Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. This is an update on Zilliqa in terms of technical analysis. We have not covered it for a while, so it's definitely time we had a look into it and see what's going on. And this is the Huobi chart. I'm using this one because it's got data right back to the beginning, back to 2018 when this asset did launch. We had a great launch when I went up to 23 cent, followed by that bear market that Summer has witnessed and went through and nearly tortured herself waiting for it to go back up, and then we had another rise back in 2021 up to 25 cent. It didn't perform as well as expected, to be honest, but it is what it is, and the asset is still building. We've got quite a lot of stuff to do with metaverse incoming, but the price has continued to dwindle, and that's pretty much like most assets really. Over the last, when do we hit highs? Yeah, this one hit highs in April and never really performed. A lot of the highs, assets did hit highs and then went on to create newer highs after that around November of last year, but this just sold off and it didn't perform too well, to be honest. And there has been a fair old chunk of FUD thrown against it, but I don't hold it anymore. But I think if the price did come a little bit lower, I'd potentially buy. I managed to buy back in... I bought around here in July of 2020, I think it was. And then I managed to ride that wave all the way up. I didn't sell up here. I think I sold around here somewhere. But I made a fair old chunk of profit. And I think if it did come back down to this region down here, I think that'll be a decent level for me to buy. We'll just move. I tell you what, we'll put a bit of a box up method on that, shall we? Go. If you look at this entire move down here, look at all the tops of that there, all the way through. That's an area, personally, where I'd consider buying. It's a big area of support and a big area of liquidity down there. So, price is currently at 4 cent. And I think if the price did come down to the tops of this area around here, let's say around 2.5 cent, I probably would punt on it again because we have got quite a decent amount of stuff coming up. So, it's definitely an area to look at targeting. So, in terms of technical analysis, in terms of where you should buy, I would usually ladder a few orders in, but I'm just going to wait. If it does come down to this region here, potentially 2.8 cent all the way down to, 1.4 cent, that could be some orders for you to go. This is a weekly time frame, so it does look a little bit worse than it actually is. And looking at the RSI there, it's at 36%. Still got plenty of room to drop, to be honest. If we did go full-blown bear market and we went on for another year and a half, you're going to see this RSI just continue to dwindle. And who knows? You could even pick some up down at this level down here, down at that area which was major resistance back at 1 cent. But I can't see that happening, to be honest. So that's levels to buy. Let's have a look at a few indicators. So I use a 50 and me 20. We've had a bearish cross already happened on my weekly time frame. So that's probably already played out, and we could potentially, hopefully soon, look to going back up and target that moving average 20. As you can see, we tried to do it here, but we rejected. So hopefully we get a bullish cross fairly soon if the price action does start to push up. But you're talking weeks and probably months before it happens. On my daily time frame, it's been bearish again for a long time. You could say it's been bearish way up here. We did get a bit of a relief rally and a few moving average crosses, but we are back in bearish from the 17th of November. It's actually been there. We've only once got back above that moving average 50 there, and then again we're rejected back up on 7th of Feb. We're now testing that moving average 20. We need to get some daily closures above this 20 now. I think once we get above there, we can really start to attack this 50. And if we do flip back to support, then it is time for longs. Usually, whenever I'm looking to do any trading, or even a spot buy if I'm looking to do a swing trade, shorting is when the price action is trading under the 50. And for longing or buying opportunities, it must really be trading above that moving average 50. On my daily time frame. Looking at the daily time frame, we've had a few wicks down in toward this oversold territory. If you look here, we was oversold then, and we got a nice rise. It wasn't too major, but it was a decent one. And then we had a little drop towards it here, and we had a little bounce. You can see every time we get a bit of an oversold drop, then you can see bang, we get some reactions, and we are moving up nicely. So we've got plenty of room to grow, obviously, but also we've got plenty of room to drop on that relative strength index. So that's that. In terms of sell zones, if you're looking to take some profit, I think the first major area is here. If we just mark out a rectangle box, if you look, even you could go right through to this wick here. If you look at this wick, watch how well it is as support with then flips to resistance. This area here, all the way through, and then resistance there. So that's a key area. I think if you're looking to take profit, we really need to see the price action flip at 50 at around 4.7 cent. And then we need the price to continue up to 5.9 cent. If I were you, and if you're looking to whether accumulate or just take profit. Say you've bought down here, I think 5.9 cent will be that region, and then you got to be looking up towards this area up here around 8 cent. But that's a long way off. The markets are still very indecisive, and I was just looking at Bitcoin. I posted a chart over on my Twitter. If you want to check it out, it's opcrypto UK. We are kind of range bound on Bitcoin, and look at that, we've been range bound the entire year, really. And we need to really reclaim this EQ. If we reclaim that EQ, we can go and attack at range high. If that happens, then the rest of the market will be pulled with it, and I think price action will be fairly favourable. So that's that covered. One thing before I jump into the BTC pairing, I just want to show you this, what I'm using on a day-to-day basis. This is BlockFi.com. I am currently earning 11% APY with my BlockFi interest account. All you have to do is sign up, deposit money, interest accrues daily, and then it is paid monthly. There are no hidden fees, no minimum balances, and no reason to wait. So it's something you definitely should at least check out. And if you do put money into your account and deposit in there, then you can get up to $250 paid in Bitcoin into your account. So definitely a way, especially in markets like this, if the markets are going sideways and there's no way to make money if you're not good at trading. And I think passive income is definitely something that you should at least check out. We'll just finish off by looking at the BTC pair. And I know not many people are trading Satoshis, but I think it's definitely worth taking out because you can get some absolutely crazy levels in Satoshi. So looking at the price, I've got loads of levels on here. And what I did say on the last video would have been to start laddering them in from that 114 Satoshis. And I would have said, honestly, to probably ladder them in down to this region down here. So honestly, if Bitcoin does go on a rally, which will happen at some stage, it will break out of this trend, this sideways chop that ring. When it does, and if it bangs hard, altcoins and the Satoshi pairs will start to drop. So if you're looking for buys on Zilliqa in BTC and Satoshis, look at this region around here, maybe just the tops of that move. So maybe look at, you can see it's quite a decent area actually. If you just put a we'll put a horizontal ray on that. If you look at the top of this wick here, close to that one there, come on through, that's where we're currently sat on that level of support at 96 Satoshis. So that's where we're at currently, and I would still ladder them down within this region. So if you're looking for buys, ladder them down from around 96 Satoshis, in fact 100 sats, all the way down to around 65, 66 Satoshis. I think could be a decent level. We have, look to say, we are trading below at 50. We've been up to retest it, but I think really for any type of bullish narrative on BTC pairs, got to wait for a long while, and we've got to really break above 173 sats. I think if we did break above there, then price action would start to be turning a bit favourable, but I think that's a long way off. So maybe when Bitcoin goes on a rally, look to these levels to buy in and accumulate some Zilliqa with Bitcoin. So that's going to do it for today. That's just some analysis on Zilliqa. We don't cover it too often, but we'll try to cover it at least every 2 or 3 weeks. That's going to do it. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.